Lewis Hamilton defends Kimi Antonelli, doing fantastic despite tough F1 run. Lewis Hamilton has stepped up to defend Kimi Antonelli, a young Italian sensation in Formula One, following a tough spell that has seen the promising racer struggle. But here's where it gets controversial. Hamilton, himself a titan of the sport, has praised Antonelli's debut season, stating he's doing fantastic despite recent setbacks. It's a bold statement considering the 18-year-old's meteoric rise to Formula One, replacing none other than Hamilton himself at Mercedes after a single season in Formula 2. Antonelli burst onto the F1 scene with a promising start, securing 5 points finishes in his first 6 races, including a podium in Canada. However, the pressure of the F1 world soon caught up with him. A collision with Max Verstappen in Austria, followed by non-scoring in the British Grand Prix, marked the beginning of a challenging period. The Belgian Grand Prix weekend was particularly rough for Antonelli, culminating in another non-score after failing to progress beyond the first qualifying stage. His emotional demeanour in the media pen afterwards was a clear indication of the mounting pressure. This isn't Antonelli's first brush with the harsh realities of F1. Last year, he crashed during his F1 practice debut at the Italian Grand Prix, and he later admitted to burning out ahead of his home race due to the intense pressure. Despite his own struggles in Belgium, Hamilton made a point to defend Antonelli, saying, "I can't imagine what it's like at 18. I think he's been doing fantastic to be thrown in at the deep end." Hamilton's support is a testament to his character, but it also raises a thought-provoking question. And this is the part most people miss. Is it fair to expect such high performance from a teenager in a sport that demands the utmost skill and mental fortitude? Or is the pressure on Antonelli a necessary rite of passage for any aspiring F1 driver? Hamilton's comments have sparked a debate, and we want to hear your thoughts. Join the conversation in the comments below. As Antonelli continues his journey in F1, with the guidance of his experienced team, including Hamilton's former race engineer, the world watches with bated breath. Will he rise to the occasion, or will the weight of expectations prove too much? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Antonelli's story is just beginning, and this is only the beginning of his journey. Kimi Antonelli struggles. Mercedes' wrong steps in F1 development. Imagine being just 18 years old and already facing the immense pressure of competing in the high-stakes world of Formula One. For Kimi Antonelli, the Italian rookie who took the racing world by storm with his impressive debut, the journey has been a roller coaster of emotions. But here's where it gets really tough. Despite his initial success, including a thrilling third-place finish in Canada, Antonelli has struggled to replicate that performance, leaving him and his team, Mercedes, scratching their heads. According to Mercedes technical director, James Allison, the team has made some critical mistakes in developing their car, and Antonelli's struggles are a direct consequence of those errors. As Allison put it, "I think he's, like the rest of us, massively fed up with a string of results that are well below what we were collectively achieving earlier in the year." This sentiment echoes the frustration that many fans and pundits have been feeling, wondering what's behind the sudden downturn in Antonelli's performance. But what's often overlooked is the immense pressure that comes with being a rookie in F1. As 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, who showed his support for Antonelli after a tough qualifying session in Belgium, pointed out, he's been doing fantastic. But to be thrown in at the deep end at 18, off. He hadn't even had his driving license when he first started racing. This perspective highlights the challenges that young drivers like Antonelli face as they navigate the treacherous waters of F1. And this is the part most people miss. The car's performance is a crucial factor in a driver's success. As Allison noted, if the car isn't where it needs to be, then it will be a struggle getting through the qualifying stages in your rookie season in F1. So, what does this mean for Antonelli's future in F1? Will he be able to bounce back from this tough stretch and regain his confidence behind the wheel? The answer to that question is still uncertain. But one thing is clear. The team is committed to supporting him and getting the car back on track. As Allison reassured Antonelli, we tell him, and it's demonstrably a fact, that we have taken the wrong steps with the car, making our team less competitive, and that he is paying the price for that, as is George Russell. This raises an important question. How much responsibility should be placed on the team versus the driver when it comes to performance issues? Should teams be doing more to support their young drivers, or is it up to the drivers to adapt and overcome the challenges they face on the track? We'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you think teams like Mercedes are doing enough to support their rookie drivers? Or are there other factors at play that are contributing to Antonelli's struggles? Let us know in the comments. Meanwhile, the debate continues. Can Mercedes turn their season around and get back to their winning ways? Or will they struggle to keep up with the likes of Ferrari and Red Bull? The answer to that question will have to wait until the next race. But one thing is certain. The world of F1 is always full of surprises. And we can't wait to see what's in store for Kimi Antonelli and the rest of the grid. Why Mercedes F1 2025 struggles are hitting Antonelli harder than Russell. What Mercedes believes is causing Antonelli's recent struggles in F1 2025. The recent performance decline of the Mercedes team in the 2025 Formula One season may be linked to modifications made to their car, as suggested by Andrew Chauvelin, the trackside engineering director. He posits that these changes are particularly impacting rookie driver Kimi Antonelli more severely than his seasoned teammate. Antonelli has faced a challenging series of races lately, with 4 retirements and 2 finishes where he did not score any points. Chauvelin pointed out that the current Mercedes W16 car is proving to be difficult to handle, indicating that the team must return to a more stable baseline setup to ensure the chassis performs better throughout race weekends. Russell expressed that the Mercedes team should have excelled at Spa, given the cooler conditions that typically favour their car, which made his 5th place finish feel disappointing. Moreover, Chauvelin acknowledged that Russell is also grappling with the challenges posed by the W16, but his extensive experience in Formula One is helping him navigate these difficulties more effectively than Antonelli. What we've observed in recent qualifying sessions is that George is utilising his years of experience in F1 to maximise the performance of a challenging car. Chauvelin explained following the Belgian Grand Prix. He added, Kimi lacks that depth of experience, which likely explains the noticeable shift in his results lately. However, we must address this issue, as there is still a significant portion of the season left. It's probable that the changes we made to the car are contributing to this situation, and we need to revert to a setup that allows for more consistent performance. Despite Antonelli's recent struggles, he is receiving substantial engineering support from Bono and the rest of the team. Chauvelin emphasised that the focus should be on identifying and rectifying the car's weaknesses rather than solely on the areas where Antonelli is facing challenges. George is leveraging his experience, particularly from driving difficult cars, to extract the best qualifying laps possible. We are discovering significant time improvements during the sessions. This is because George is learning when he can trust the car and how to push it. A feeling that Kimi is still working to develop, he noted. Chauvelin expressed confidence in Antonelli's potential for improvement, stating that making the car less troublesome should lead to a noticeable enhancement in the Italian driver's performance. He mentioned that the team could implement changes between the Spa and Hungary races, but stressed the importance of focusing on meaningful adjustments rather than making changes for the sake of it. Kimi is on a steep learning curve, and he will undoubtedly grow as a driver. Chauvelin remarked, "The fact that his early performances were stronger than his recent ones is likely due to the car's current lack of competitiveness, which is reflected in George's results as well. We have seen this pattern before. What benefits George will also benefit Kimi, and it may even assist Kimi more significantly. What do you think? Is it fair to judge a rookie's performance based on the car's competitiveness? Share your thoughts in the comments. Read also, Formula 1. Antonelli shares Hamilton's encouraging words amid Belgian GP struggles. Formula 1. Wolff declares Russell and Antonelli as Mercedes. Top priorities despite interest in Verstappen. Stay updated with real-time news on these topics.